gonna get started here pretty soon. Today's Tech Tuesday is gonna be about Real Scout, how to use it, a basic overview and how it can benefit your business and how you can incorporate it into your website as a landing page. So let me get started here in just a second. Open everything up. Let's see. Okay, so let's get started. If you have any questions, feel free to type it in chat. I know I had an agent already ask me a question about the landing page, and I'm going to incorporate that into the Tech Tuesday once we get to that spot. So basically, how to access Real Scout. You access Real Scout from your Realty One login page, as we do everything else in the portal. You'll see it right here at the bottom on your apps of everything, Real Scout Home Search. What is Real Scout Home Search? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a buyer dedicated home search program. So you know how if you use the MLS, you create searches, save searches, and use them to drip to your buyer prospects, your buyer leads, and your buyer clients. This is essentially the same thing. However, what makes Real Scout good and why I like Real Scout is it presents itself in a very consumer-friendly way, like a third-party site equivalent to like Zillow.com and or Realtor.com. The way it presents itself, it feels like it's obviously much more professional than like an MLS type of layout. Because as you know, if you send the MLS layout to you, you can read everything and has all that great information that you love as a realtor. But to a client, sometimes it's a little too much and it goes right over the head, and it's kind of clunky, not intuitive. So what Real Scout has done is it's simplified that process or made it very intuitive, I should say, for your clients to consume. And again, it's another system you can incorporate, a free tool that's brought to you by realty1group.com, and you can use it to get leads and or benefit your clients. So let's get right into it here. Here we have the homepage dashboard. As you can see, it's giving me essentially a hub of any recent activity that I and or my clients have done. And if my mic is sounding kind of weird, I'm gonna bring this closer here. Let me know. So here you can see that I have 5 clients. Like I'm basically a new agent, right? I just started. Add 5 clients to get the best home buyer engagement. If you're just starting out, you don't have any leads, you can invite your family, just say you got to practice and all that. But if you do, you can go ahead and throw them in here. So this is what it's going to give me. As you can see, I have a fake lead, which is myself, and it gives me an activity of what they're looking at. So you can see, hey, this buyer liked this and gave it a 5 stars. This house that you sent them, he didn't like it. And then you can kind of go from there and see exactly what they like. And over here, you see the recent client conversation, hub of a quick dashboard of your conversation you're having with your clients, things like that. It's just a dashboard, the hub. This is where you're going to go in and kind of like a hot sheet in MLS. This is your hot sheet of client activity or lead activity. You also up here can have filter by like from cold to hot. Those are these colors mean right there. Add clients, import clients, how many have been active this week, how many have viewed today, how many emails have opened today. I know it's important for a lot of people to see if your emails get opened or not, see if your return on investment. So here you can log in and see exactly who is being an active buyer. If such and such person was kind of MIA for a bit and now they're checking out homes and opening emails every day, then you might want to reach out to them in person over a phone call and just touch base and see, hey, how you doing? I just want to check in with you. That's a good way to narrow down your leads and see who actually is a hot buyer and who's ready to move right now. Over here, you see you have add client and then add alert. Add a client is just what it sounds like. You add a client. Add alert is essentially making an alert to your client, like a drip system, like this home just came out right now. That's how we do that. And we'll get into that shortly here, but I want to come over here onto the My Account and my profile. As I do with every Tech Tuesday, I want to ensure that you guys do this properly because being your account is super important because that's where you have your branding. So here you have your first name, last name, email address, and then everything you need here, your contact information. You need to have that because if you do this and set up your clients and you start sending out drips, it's not going to have any of your branding or contact info. and it's going to be pointless at that point. So you want to make sure you come in here and do that and have that taken care of. You can also have your Facebook socials, all your social profiles, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Yelp, and your blog can be accessed right there or pasted right there, so your clients have access to that as well. It's always good on all of your programs and systems that you use. It's always good to fill this out right here because you can use it. It creates a web of search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO. When you have multiple ways of linking to a certain site, then the way Google ranks it, it says, okay, this is a built out site, it's hot, people use it, and it's established itself. So it's just a way to kind of edge yourself up. So just do this. It takes about less than 5 minutes to get this all hammered out. You're ready to go. We do have my settings, which is going to be pretty much just standard stuff. Here you can change it to where you can send yourself email alerts. If you only have maybe a couple clients, you might want to have that on. But if you don't, like say if you have 50 clients in there, you're not going to want to blow your own email up with 50 home searches going on at a time. So you might want to check that off right there, because I'm sure we've all done that in the past, and all of a sudden we already get enough emails as is. So we want to make sure we can kind of suppress that a bit. And then there's other things right here you can kind of look at and play through as well. All right, so let's go back into the dashboard, and we're going to run through this down the list. Is how we're going to do it. So up here, I mentioned that there's this add alert button right here. So what you can do, say if you have a client already, you can actually select that client. I'm going to send them a listing alert, and we're going to go ahead and send that. Let's see, my tip alert. The heat map is pretty cool. That's actually new. They just brought that in. I think they were talking about it last month. So that's cool to see that's coming in. So that's be interesting to play with. But essentially, you create a listing alert about all the new listings and price status changes. Just like I mentioned, a hot sheet that gets sent to your client. That's what that is right there. Let's see. I think I have to get a chat. No, okay. So now we're gonna get down into the client page, the client section. Here you can see you can add your clients. You can export all of them with the CSV file. So if you have clients on here that you've built through your database, you can go ahead and export them to your CRM. Now, I mentioned CRM because even though Real Scout has this portion for your clients, it's mainly just for buyers. Your sellers aren't going to be in here. So you want to, once you get this lead hot and going and you've built rapport with them, then you want to integrate it into your actual CRM and kind of transfer them over there while maintaining the drip system here. So that's kind of the flow of how it goes, because this is a buyer dedicated program. And we can see here, if I had more clients, it'll of course be shown at the bottom. When I click him, it's going to give me a brief overview, what he is he active, single family resident, so he's looking for, his price range, things that he's looking, how my searches are coming to him. I can do monthly, daily, ASAP, disable them. You can see his searches. If a client made a safe search, you can come in here and see exactly what they're looking for and get a better feeling of what they want. You can add more listing alerts, more activity alerts, and price changes and all that. That's the email alerts. So you can have their client profile and say, hey, what are they looking at? Profile is 25% complete. And then recent activity, you can go into and see exactly what this client has been looking at right here, which is pretty cool. Like I mentioned, that if you are really touch on hands with the client, you can see exactly what they're going in here. Anywhere from, this was delivered at 1:15 a.m. and it, that's what the message came into. So it gives you exact timing and dates, what they're looking for. They viewed it one time. I would imagine if you saw a client that viewed a house maybe 10 times, and that you probably want to reach out to them and be like, hey, I saw you were looking at this house. Or you can just say, instead of that, saying, I saw this house that I think you're going to like. And then they can feel like, wow, he's really in tune to my interest. And you can kind of build rapport that way as well. You can also add more details right here, add a note, maybe have some birth dates, important dates, and have that established. So that's your client that's your client section of here. Now the next part is going to be the search. This is pretty much the bread and butter of what Real Scout does so well. So as you can see here, that this is directly linked to your local MLS, and as you scroll down, you'll see that this is a pretty powerful search engine. It's got a lot of fields, a lot of fields, and then you can actually add more fields to it. If you click on the bottom, you can scroll down, you can just imagine exactly what you're getting through here. There's a lot of fields, a lot of check boxes that you can really nail down something for your clients. So that's what I really like about Real Scouts. Now, if you are familiar with MLS, then this is, once you get used to this, then it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But I'm going to go ahead and do an example of, in a search here, how you would do that. So obviously you want this to be active, a minimum price, let's just say 500,000 up to 1 million. I'll do 900, just like that. And then we want 3 bedrooms minimum. Let's see, living area. We won't worry about that right now. Year built at least in the 2000. Locations, I'm looking for it here in Camarillo. I got a question coming up right here. Let's see what we have. CMRS Connect, yeah, it is similar to that search program, but the difference you'll see here is what it gives you, the buyer product, the finished product at the end, which we'll get to here shortly. You can also even do schools and locations. However, you want to be careful about schools, because schools change. So the last thing you want to do is tell a client that if they move to this spot, they're going to be in the school district, and all of a sudden they change the school district layout and they're not in it. Then it opens up a can of worms and a lot of potential trouble. So you want to make sure, if you're using the school and location boundaries, that you do so with caution. Same thing here, schools. Now we get into the features. We can see how it has an attached garage, a view, pool features, spa features, waterfront, lot features. It goes on and on and on and on, just like the CRMLS Connect, just like MLS. But what I want to do is, this is one of my favorite things for Real Scout, is there's actually an option. You saw here when I came down to add a search option, scroll down, you see that I checked public remarks. So what Real Scouts does, that I find super convenient, is you can actually come in here and type in a keyword or buzzword that Real Scout will pick up from the listings. It'll actually search the public remarks of listings and purposely do that. So you can imagine, maybe if there was something that wasn't a feature or something very specific to your clients, then obviously a listing agent, if it was a decent feature, would put it in their public remarks. And you can see right here that, oops, I did public room because I'm talking and typing at the same time. Great. Let's do this. Type that out. 0 results. So let me go ahead. Let's see. Let me just knock this out. Wow. Okay, so maybe the year built was the one who did it. But anyways, you see here that now I search essentially with great room only. So obviously there's a lot more houses for sale active in Camarillo, but this brought me to that have public remarks in their great room in their public remarks. And I can quickly look at it and take a quick look. Yeah, here it is, tremendous great room right there. So you can see that I actually scoured the public remarks and brought that up to my listing, or to my search features. So you can get really in depth with this and real intuitive. Let's just do a quick look. Looks pretty nice. Okay, I can say, oh, they may look good for my client, maybe not. Have to break the bad news saying, oh, this house is out of your price range, blah, blah, blah. Who knows? But anyways, you get where I'm coming at from right there. So you can do that pretty well and have a nice, detailed, and very on the spot search for your clients if they mention something to you that they have to have. That you can go ahead and type in public remarks and see what you get. So I can break it down for you much more easier and have that be simplified process. Now, so say I went through this whole process and I went ahead and I'm going to send this to my clients. And of course, you come to the top here, view results. If you have a whole bunch, you can just click all at the top, and then you can say send to. Who you can choose your clients, and then you can say, hey, I found these 2 listings, send now, and send them an email. I already did that. So imagine this is going to be what the client sees now. This is my fake lead, fake client. So say Giancarlo sent you 25 listings. So as they get this, if they get this in email, it's presented like this because it's mobile friendly. So if they're on their phone, and you can see how it just looks like this, they can just scroll down with their thumb. It's very similar to Zillow, Realtor.com. It presents itself like a really professional third-party website. and it looks good. It looks clean. It's got the key information right here, you know, price point, where it's at, the address, beds, baths, square feet, and lot size. Boom, boom, boom. That's what your clients really want to see right off the bat. And if they like it, they can say, whoa, you know, like this one, for example, this looks cool. Although it's in contract, you know, this looks cool. They can click it and they'll get immediately brought to this here, this listing. So at the top, you see that has my name up there, which can be your branding. It's going to say your name, of course, and then your phone number if you have it plugged in. Also, we have the Realty One Group branding over on the other side right there. So we come down, imagine you're a client, you're looking at this, you see the photos come through. And what Real Scout does is they have this AI program that when they pull photos from the MLS, because what they do, it recognizes what rooms are what. So it actually, like, for example, it's going to put all these rooms together. Like here we started with the great room, and it's continuing with that great room here. So if you had a listing that the photos were kind of all over the place, Real Scout will actually pull it all together in place and have a more streamlined process of the photo viewing process. Then we have the kitchen, which is all photos of the kitchen. Now, any other good agent, of course, would be doing this just like so and putting it in, bunching it together so there's a flow of the house. But just in case, you know, Real Scout does that as well. That's what their AI does. So look, photos look good. You know, I myself as a client would be like, wow, this is really cool. I like that as a pool. So I'm gonna come down in here and I'll say, I'm gonna read the remarks. You know, okay, that looks nice. Oh, they have a virtual tour. I can do that. It tells me that it's an external site, and you can come through here and then look at it, blah, blah, blah. They also have the option to see where it is on the map, and they can even do, you know, satellite view. I believe there is a spot where they can just, you know, zoom in here. And see by street view, but maybe not here in this house. Oh, Google Street View right in front of my face. This must not have one there, but you know, if you had a house that had Street View, then you'd be able to see it there. Oops, where did I go? Which is pretty cool because then you can get like a real good spot of how the house looks and where it is located, the neighborhood, property info. Now you're getting into, you know, some of the MLS stuff that you see most of the time, and then listed there the required information about how you would, you know, advertise that. But you can see what the client can come in here is they can actually go ahead and say, you know, I am interested in this. Any questions about this listing? We saw that is in the contract. I can say, can we do a backup offer? And then they can say, you know, I really like the aesthetics, the features, I like everything about it, but, you know, I don't like the view, but I do like the condition, the floor plan, but I don't like the price or the size of the yard. You know, just exampling, clients can, you know, get this information out, this feedback to you, so you can kind of really nail down about what they want. They have special features. What do you think about it? They can also do that. Their client right here. And then, you know, this would be sent to you as an agent. So I'm going to come back here to my agent side, if you would imagine. And I'm going to go to, let's see here. Let's go to my dashboard, see what goes on here. So here you can see now that there's immediately a new message. I got an alert right here, and my messages and also my dashboard new. So you get this in real time, which is nice. So I'm going to click on this message, and it's going to say, it's going to bring me the property that was in question. And I see the message right there. It says, can we do a backup offer? And, you know, I'm going to say, okay, you know, let me take a look at this. What property is it? Okay, looks good. I'm going to say, yeah, let's do it. Yes, we can. So now you're building rapport, you're sending messages, and it goes into via email. So if you would imagine, you know, we saw it here, it would be an email back to that client as well. Again, as you saw, we just got done with the search sections. Now we have messages. This, of course, as what it sounds like, where all your messages are going to be hosted right here. Very simple. Market alerts. This is new. This is new. This is new from last time. This wasn't here before. So this is something I need to play around with, and actually it's pretty cool. So imagine, you know, it's just going to be, let's see, I don't know, let's see what this is all about. Okay, this is super cool. Oh, wow, that's really awesome. So if you can see right here, it's gonna give us market activity statistics. We have the number of buyers currently looking in the spot, number of buyer interaction, quite a bit, and a heat map. Wow, that is super cool. Wow. So what spots have the hot listings? Adolfo, right here on Adolfo Road. This seems to be the hottest one. If I zoom in on that, gives me. So there must be a house on Hillcrest Drive that is super popular, that had a lot of activity. So, you know, if you had a client that was looking at a house, you can say, well, let me check the buyer activity on that. And I guess you can get a good scope of, you know, if the house is priced wrong, then there probably wouldn't be that much activity on it. And maybe you can use that as a little bit of leverage negotiation. I know right now in today's market, things are flying off the shelf, but you know, that's something super cool for the future. Active buyers over time. Wow, look at this. This is freaking awesome. Wow, that's really extensive property report. So yeah, you come in here and do it with by city. You can actually send it to your clients as well. Wow, that's super cool. I mean, I would imagine if I was a client and I got that, to be like, wow, this agent really is giving me a lot of information and has my back. That's super awesome. So look, I would play around with this, and I actually do want to play around with this a bit more. But we'll continue here. We do have a spot for your listings. If you have your listings right here, you can throw them in there, test the market. Actually, that's new as well, new release. Okay, that'd be interesting to play with that. Disclosures. Oh, you can upload disclosures as well. Cool. Market 360. This is going to be where you can market your stuff via social, but looks like they were phased out on December 1st. That's why they got the new features of market listings, listing tools. Good to know. Now there was a spot where you have social media. Here it is in the extra section. So social media, this is where you're going to have your landing page. Now, I had an agent who said that they use Real Scouts a lot, and they like the landing page. However, they want to put a spot on their, for example, sync website that when they click it, it would take them to their landing page, Real Scout. So there is a way to do that. Let me see here. Let's see. I want to get to the link. Essentially, what you want to do first is get the link, which I think this was it right here. Let me double check. Personalized search portal. Okay, that's what they're gonna see once they go to the portal, which is a big home search. Awesome. What is this though? Sorry. I need the landing page, not the results. Unless that is it. Okay. I believe there is a way to, maybe because I'm a client already, there should be a way where it requires their contact information if you want it that way. But if not, as you can see, you know, if this is your landing page, it comes like search homes here in California or Monterey, wherever you're going to have it, you can specify. They come in here, and as you can see, they have the map search right here, and this very fluid and intuitive grid system, kind of like Zillow and Realtor.com. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to show you how to use that and incorporate it into the, so I want to try that, into your sync website. Okay, yeah, so it might be a little different since I'm doing it that way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, of course, get into my sync. We'll go ahead and say I'm staff. Now, this is also going to be working with any landing page or any page you want to use, my website. So essentially, you know, let's just say my communities, let's just say, for example, I had this, oops, I'm going ahead of myself. I want a spot to be right here that is going to be my landing page. Let's do new. Label, let's go home search. And I'm going to click other, and then I'm going to take that link, I'm going to paste it in there, right? And then I'm going to actually have it, we'll keep it native. Again, native stays on the same page, pop-up is a new pop-up, and then new window is a new window. I'm going to hit add. So now when I come down here, I'm going to see that it's there, home search. When I click it, boom. Now it takes them, directs them straight to the landing page. You can do the same thing on your email signature. You know, you can say home search, highlight it, add a hyperlink, and then type in this link. Same thing right there. That's how you do that. There's also a spot over here where it has integrations. You know, you can play with this a little bit more. You can set it up with your Zillow.com, you know, Realtor.com, but also there's a spot here. It's called widgets. So what you can actually do here is, let's see. I wonder if, now this is always interesting how this plays out, but I'll go ahead and give this a shot here. Let's see. Where did I, right here? Nope. So that's out of that. Here it was. So I'm gonna come back to my sync page and let's see, I'm gonna create a new page. Bear with me here. Search test. Copy that. Create that page. Now this is, you know, I think a couple weeks ago I did a little bit of this here. I'm going to take this source code button and I'm going to plug in this widget code. Hopefully, yeah, let's see. Place this code in your body. Okay, this would be the body of it. Let's go ahead and copy this. We'll see if this works. I haven't tried this yet. But this will be interesting. Okay. We're going to save. Publish. Hi there. Good morning. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't think it's working. Let's try this again. Actually, let's go to my homepage. Try this here just to make sure it doesn't work. Let's see, page home search test. Yeah, it's gonna be first. Okay, so it doesn't bring it up here. So let's see. I'm not sure what the issue is, but I did show you how you can just essentially use a hyperlink and have it go to it. How this would work, what I'm trying to do is trying to host this spot within the website. This may be a spot where, you know, you just say, reach out to Sync and then Realty One help desk and say, hey, I want this code in my website, and they would more than likely be able to do that for you. Try one more thing. Yeah. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay, we got something. Okay, that's cool. Let me publish that. Let me see how that looks. Okay, that's interesting. Camarillo. Obviously not like how it's supposed to look, but something's going on. Oh, it looks like it just takes them to the page right there. So it still takes them off the page. So I would maybe just go ahead and stick with the link that we had originally here, which is My Community's home search. And once they click it, it just takes them to that landing page right there. That probably is the best and simplest way. So that was a little bit of a tangent. I apologize for that, but that is the spot. And of course, here is the landing page, which this is what I was talking about, where it captures information. So, you know, you just do this, like we did earlier. I'm gonna do a quick run through. So this is where it's gonna be like, where do you want to find? Where do you want to look? It's really clean looking. Has your information up there, phone number, summit, information. Copy that. Come back to your website. Where was I here? Let's go ahead and do a new one. No, let's go ahead and just edit this one here. It's trash and test. Boom. What else? Trash this one too. And do a brand new one. So boom, you got your link. You want to create a landing page. Click new. Home search. Go to other. That's going to say, okay, where do you want to link to? Plug in your link. Let's do new window. Add. Come back to my home page here. There's my home search. Click it. Boom. There's your landing page right there. And you're ready to rock and roll. So hopefully that answers your question, or the agent who was looking for that. There it is right there. Then you have, again, that was over here, landing page. Then you have your support, and that's where you can submit a ticket, and they have a whole bunch of tutorials and videos for you guys right there. So that is going to be pretty much the rundown of Real Scouts and how heavy and intuitive it is as a buyer dedicated program. I hope you guys that are watching, got something out of it. And we'll play around with it because it's pretty cool, as you can see right there. It's very clean, very automated, very simple to use, which is why I like it. If you have any questions, go ahead and type them in chat, and I can answer them right here. So we got one in chat. Let's see. Yep, thanks. Awesome, cool. So again, if you need to come back to this